Good morning, seventh grade. How are you? Mr. V here. Friday, we made it. Thank goodness we made it. All right, let me fix this thing. Anyway, guys, wanted to talk to you today. Um, I've done a lot of different kind of videos and stuff, and I kind of like try to think about all the different types of students that I have and make sure that I have videos that, like lots of different types of kids could enjoy and relate to. And right now, I want to talk to my little busy bee students, the ones that are really trying hard to achieve their potential, the ones that are working hard, going above and beyond the teacher's um, expectations and just trying to do absolutely the best that they can, try not to miss anything. I want to talk to you. Love you guys. Want to talk to you guys a little bit here. And that's not to say that, anybody wouldn't benefit from this video, but I am kind of thinking about you guys when I write this video. You need some love too. So I love you guys. You guys are great. You guys, you want to be excellent. It's phenomenal. You want to be excellent. You want to be the best. You want to be the best at what you can do, right? You want to be reaching your potential, right? If you can achieve this, you want to be achieving this, right? You don't want to leave anything kind of left in the tank, so to speak. And I think that's pretty cool. It's certainly not a typical characteristic of a 13-year-old. So I think it's always kind of cool and special when I have a student like that. Here's the thing. With that, sometimes comes stress, an increase of stress or anxiety about achieving success. And you know what I'm talking about, right? Sometimes we can become almost hyper-focused or super focused, too much almost, on achieving success in the classroom, on the test, in the project, etc., right? Academics in general. And I really want to be careful here to make sure that you know that I think it's a good thing that you want to achieve success. And I don't think that you should change that about you. I think that's a good thing. But I do know that sometimes for some people, a hyper focus on achieving success, getting that A plus, while it's a great thing, can also bring on some stress for us. I want to remind you that when you define success, there's a lot of ways to look at it, right? Like success in the classroom looks a certain way, right? But it may be better to think about success in a larger way, in a more holistic, big picture way, right? You want to be successful in the classroom, right? But there are so many other things that can lead to long-term, holistic, big picture success in life that you need to make sure you're focusing on, right? The truth is that if we pour too much of our focus into one area, I think we're missing out and we're not developing the way we should, especially if we're focused on being successful, which I know you are, right? I mean, what about focusing on things like sleep, making sure we understand and learn how to be good sleepers? What about learning how to be a healthy eater, right? These things affect how successful we'll be. What about making sure we incorporate activity and physical activity into our life, right? What about learning how to be somebody who forgives when they get hurt? What about learning how to be a more organized person in your life? What about beginning to focus a little bit more on kindness, right? And not just to those that are kind to us, but also to those that maybe on the surface don't look like they deserve our kindness, right? What about pursuing our hobbies, right? What about learning how to become a better friend? What about learning how to use humor more in an appropriate way? When you think about it, and I know you guys want to be successful, but I think it's good to think about success not just in the classroom, right? It's not the only way to be successful. I think thinking big picture is something that is very important. And I think if you can learn to think big picture, that might actually alleviate some of the stress, because if you feel like success is riding, every bit of your success is riding on what you do in that classroom and that grade on that report card, that could give you a lot of anxiety, right? And so if you can realize that, well, yes, this is important in the classroom, the grades, I should pursue this, it's important, but it's also important to pursue these things because I want to become a well-rounded person, right? Because you got to remember, you're so much more than what you achieve in the classroom. You're not defined by the A that you get, right? It's good to pursue it. It's even better to get it, but that doesn't define who you are, right? We know this. And if you don't, you need to know this. You are defined by so much more than just what you achieve in the classroom. What makes you great isn't just what you're achieving in the classroom. It's so much more. So much more. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, balance. If you can think about success and pursuing it in a balanced way, where all these things are important, if I want to be successful, then if you struggle in one area at one particular time, you may find that it won't stress you out as much because everything's not riding on that. You understand? Pursue the A. But I think the key is to not, and here's the hard part for you, not focus or worry about what getting a B is going to do to you in the future. Because the truth is, it's not going to do anything for you, getting the B. That won't have a negative impact on you. Okay, it really won't. There's no point in which, 10 years down the line, 5 years down the line, someone's going to ask you, well, what did you get on that middle school science test? It's just not going to happen. Now, again, I just are so clear to mention that I think it's fantastic to pursue that A, and you should, especially if you have the potential to get it. You should. But remembering that if you do get a B or even a C, you're going to be okay. And that will not have a negative impact on your future or what people think of you. It won't have a negative impact on you in that way either. I know a lot of times we come from families who place a high value on academic success, and that's a good thing, and that is a wonderful thing, okay? But you need to remember, too, that while our parents may place a high value on academic success, right, they may have super high expectations, in no way is that linked to how much they love you. You need to remember that too. Like, you are enough just the way you are, whether you're getting A's or C's, right? You are loved no matter what by the people around you. And that's an important thing to remember. So, I didn't necessarily talk in this video too much about like strategies to deal with stress. I have posted other videos on that, and you can find those. This was more just like a conversation, a discussion, to get you thinking and remind you of some things that I think are true and important. So I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. You can certainly leave a comment below or email me privately, whatever you'd like. But I hope you found this helpful in some way. I had fun talking about it. So again, if you want to keep talking, please email me. Love to keep the conversation going. Love to know what you thought about it. Leave a comment, send an email. All right, now I'm just blabbering. Good talking to you today, guys, and have a great weekend if I don't talk to you.